What is up, guys? We are back for Coffee and Commentary, and we cannot forget that Coffee and Commentary is sponsored by Coffee by Kofi, which is a high-energy, high-caffeine starter to your day. If you need to use the bathroom, get you some Coffee by Kofi. If you got to go to work and deal with some kids, you know, now that the Rona ain't went nowhere, but they starting to make you guys go back to work. Now that that unemployment is finna run out, get you some Coffee by Kofi. If you need help finding a job, get you some Coffee by Kofi. Coffee by Kofi gonna solve all your needs in the morning. You might think you ain't got enough energy to handle the day, but with Coffee by Kofi, you can. The best part of waking up is black owned in your cup. And always remember, if you're gonna swallow or put anything down your throat, it might as well be black. All right. Can y'all hear me and see me good before we get popping? Can y'all hear me and see me good? Who sent me a damn email? Is the coffee organic? I mean, organic as can be. I knew you would have the perfect pick for the introduction. Y'all already know. Okay, just want to make sure that you guys can see me. So today, we're going to talk about Jess Hilarious, the Meg Thee Stallion situation. We got to talk about Tracy Morgan, as well as, who else? Nene Leakes and Tahiry, the video, the chocation that is now going viral. So let's go ahead and get on into it. First things first, we got, oh shit. Every time I'm about to talk some shit, then I got a cough up. Damn. Anyway, first things first, we got to talk about Tracy Morgan, who is an actor and comedian. If you don't know who he is, just simply Googling him. The dude is super duper funny. He is actually divorcing his wife after 5 years of marriage. This is his second wife because his first wife actually died. Now, y'all know anytime we do a couple, what we do, we got to talk about the couple. Now, see, y'all thought I was going to say we got to talk about the UU unit. No, this ain't Alexander Rogers. Shout out to Alex. I want to know, would she have wanted to be with him if it wasn't for the money? We do this with every couple in Hollywood. We got to be honest. You know, it's okay every now and then to have a Beauty and a Beast type of situation. But would this beauty have wanted this beast if it wasn't for the money? If it wasn't for the money, did the $90 Walmart settlement bag that he got, did it help us stay just a little bit longer to hit them 5 years before she actually divorced him? Now, no word on exactly why this marriage is over. I can let you guys know when he divorced his first wife in 2005. His first wife left him simply because he was addicted to drugs and started being really mean and just really a horrible husband to her at the time. And so now in his old age, I gotta say, well, damn, why are they breaking up? And the only thing I can think of is that this man is still dealing with post-traumatic stress from his accident a few years back. If you guys don't know, he was in a limo. The limo basically got hit by a truck driver that had been up for literally like 24 hours. So that's why Walmart got pretty much got their asses handed to them in court. He got a $90 million settlement. He couldn't walk for months. You know, he was pretty messed up. And even though Tracy Morgan, to me, has never quite been the same after that traumatic accident, he's at least back out and working and trying to have some sense of normalcy in his life. But to me, for them to have appeared to have been so happy before the accident and now, now they're divorcing, the only thing I can think of is that he's probably dealing with a lot of post-traumatic stress, and he's probably just not an easy person to deal with. It's hard to be somebody's caretaker. We got to get the strap. Strap don't want to. There we go. We got to get the strap for all the caretakers out there, whether you're caretakers or your kids, your partners, your husbands, your wives, whatever. It's not easy, and it's a lot on you. What y'all think? Why do y'all think they divorced? I knew it wasn't gonna last. Let's get it. Did the first wife give him a kidney? Yes, she did. Yes, the first wife did give him a kidney as well. I didn't want to bring up that part because she's no longer here, so I don't think it really matters. But he does have a pattern of being nursed back to health by women, and then it don't work out. And so for any woman that get with him, I just want to let you know, you're gonna nurse him back to health. It's gonna be a Jason Derulo. Jason Derulo, you remember when you broke your neck and your back and Jordan Sparks had to wash your back and wash your ass? Hey, Jason, you remember how bad you did Jordan? I mean, Jordan moved on. Now she's happy and married and got a pretty baby, and you still screwing hoes along. I don't give a damn you making, hey, Jason Derulo. I don't give a damn, Dessa Derulo, that's your name. I don't give a damn that you making $75,000 per TikTok post. I don't give a damn that you got muscles out of this world. I don't give a damn that, your physique definitely puts mine to shame. But With all that being said, sir, you know, all you got is hoes, and Jordan I got a family. She washed your back. She wiped your ass, because without your neck and your back, you can't wash and wipe your ass. I hope y'all know that. And you left her. And Tracy got this same pattern of women nursing him back to health, and then it's not working out. I'm going to move right along from that and say we're going to keep an eye on this because there's definitely more to the story. But like I said, he was already a millionaire. He got a $90 million check from Walmart. So this lady here is about to cash out. Can't you get half after 5 years of marriage, or do you got to make it to 10 years? It doesn't matter. Like if I was to, I mean, I'm not going to marry now one of y'all, but if I was to marry one of y'all tomorrow, divorce you next month, or you going to get half of my little AdSense check, let me know in the chat below. Moving right along, we got to talk about Lanithia. Lanithia, hey Lanithia, how you doing? You know, you done came on and you done told us that you were still in contract negotiations with Bravo over you going back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Nene, I gotta let you know, with the way that your son is knocking up holes and having all these child support sanctions put on him, you're gonna need to keep working to keep taking care of your son and your grandkids. Nene, don't be too proud to beg, especially now that your son got to pay Simone $700 a month in child support, and that's just for one of his kids, and you already taking care of everything else. Nene, you might want to get all the money you can over there in the bank accounts, because, you know, y'all ain't heard it from me, but the court said that Bryce, y'all come to the camera. Y'all know I'm always in folks' business. So what the courts was telling me is that, you know, basically, because, you know, Bryce ain't got no job. Ain't that the oldest son, Bryce? Yeah, anyway. So Nene is paying all of his bills. And so when Bryce went to court with Simone, he was basically just trying to say, like, I ain't got no money. I can't pay it. Like, I can't afford nothing. You know, you can take 20% of zero. When the judge was like, well, wait a minute, sir. You know, you have a brand new house. You have a brand new truck, but you don't work. How do you pay your bills? And then they started digging and figured out that Bryce gets payments from one of Nene Leakes' several LLCs. I just take an L and make that bitch an LLC. If y'all didn't know, you can open up an LLC, basically make your kid an employee of that LLC, pay them, and then they don't have to pay taxes up to $12,000 a year, and it's a tax write-off for you. And so everything Nene doing for Bryce is a tax write-off, which is smart. I mean, hell, if you're going to have a deadbeat-ass kid, you might as well get a little kickback off their ass, since you're pretty much going to be taking care of them for the rest of your damn life. But I come back around there to say, Nene, you need all the money that you can get between the plastic surgery and everybody draining your bank accounts. Don't be too proud to beg. Don't ever be too proud to beg. Anyway, so Nene addressed all of the rumors. I'm going to play the video that she posted to IG, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to talk about why I honestly feel that Nene ain't all in the wrong the way that people like to portray her to be. We'll be right back.
So I'm still in a holding pattern. Let me start there. And I also want to be able to say that it's not me, it's them. Every single season, when it ends, for at least the last 3 to 4 seasons, I have been dealing with this, going back and forth. It's not me, it's them. I know a lot of people think it's me. Nene holds out to the last minute. Nene's holding out. That is not Nene. Nene is not doing that. A negotiation does take time. But I can't move their pens any faster than they move them themselves. I can't make their emails work. There's been a lot of talk on both sides about issues. Every single last 3 years, there's so much issues with Nene, and what's going on, I don't know why. There's a lot of different things coming from the other side. One of the things I know that was said was that, let me think of something. I know they told me about 3 or 4. There's been a lot of things, but one of the issues that we have addressed is that the other side said to my side that she calls herself a queen, the H.B.I.C., and quite frankly, we are tired of hearing that. Oh, well, I am a queen. I am Greg's queen. I am Brent's queen. I am Bryson's queen, and I am a black queen. So you won't be not hearing that anytime soon. I will continue to say I'm a queen, because I am. The other thing was I wonder, did Portia get that same call? Because I know I don't know why. There's a lot on a crown. So I wonder if she considers herself a queen. I wonder, did she get that same call? And also, another thing that I know was addressed was that I was told that I hit one of the producers, and they could have prosecuted me for that if they wanted to. Well, they showed the tape to everybody who was watching. I never hit any producer. It was my camera guy. I grabbed his t-shirt and his t-shirt tore. So I think everybody knows that. He's a huge guy. You can go find him and interview him if you want to, and ask me if Nene ever put her hands on him, and I did not. I grabbed his t-shirt and I pulled his t-shirt on a crown. So I wonder if she considers herself made it tear. Now, I wonder would they prosecute Teresa from New Jersey when she pushed Andy down at the reunion? You wonder if they had that same conversation with her. I was curious about that. I wonder if they had that conversation with her. Yeah. Well, another thing I know that was addressed was that I closed my computer early at the reunion. Well, I addressed that already, and then I addressed it again because, I mean, since it was brought up, I figured we might as well answer it again, right? So I closed my computer early, and rightly so. During the season 12, I was told, sent emails and text messages that a certain person could no longer film with me. Made it tear. I was saddened by that because I was okay with them filming with me. Actually, I felt like they were cool at that time, so I didn't have a problem with them filming. They not only told me, they told that person that they weren't allowed to film anymore. So, and they texted to me, right? So, once they were able to get that person to switch over to the other side with that group that they have twisted over there, then they were suddenly allowed to show up at the reunion. So I felt like, why do I need to be here? I have text messages and emails stating from you that this person isn't allowed to be here. That's one, and I think I addressed that when that happened. The second thing is, I found it interesting because Nene closed her computer early. Then I thought about, I closed my computer early, yeah. Do you remember season 5 when all of us girls were talking to Kim about her not wanting to shoot as much? She doesn't shoot. She, comes when she wants to, leave when she wants to. We were planning a vacation around her schedule. She was pregnant at the time. And do you remember she walked out the entire season and walked into her own show? Do you remember that? You probably can go on YouTube and somewhere and get a piece of that. So I closed my computer, and it's a big deal. But this other person quit the whole show in the middle of the show and go into their own show. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I just wonder. So that was one of the things too. Do you remember season?
Oh, there y'all go. Now I know that was a long clip to get through there. I wanted to make sure y'all heard all of that. You feel me? Now here's my thing. I do gotta say one thing about Nene. You can call her the queen of reality TV. You can call her the queen of shade, although I think the queen of shade actually goes to Phaedra. One thing about Nene is that she is definitely the queen of deflection, and I have yet to really see her take accountability for any of her damn actions. Don't you hate when you confront somebody about something they did and they say, well, nah, what you did, well, nah, what they did, and why you did? I'm talking about you, Lenithia. We're talking to you now. What y'all gotta understand is the reason why There's always contract disputes between Nene and the network right before it's time to sign and right before it's time to tape. It's because the network is literally trying to phase her out. The way they want to do Nene is the same way they phase out Vicky off of Real Housewives of Orange County, who was the OGG of the damn show. Basically what they do is that as time goes on, your storyline pretty much runs out. There's only so much in your real life that's going to be interesting that can keep the viewer's attention without you having to make up some shit like your marriage back to Greg. Where my strap at? Because I don't think y'all heard. Ain't much else you can do in your life. You won't show your children. You won't really show the drama with them. The fake marriage, the fake remarriage, that you literally did for a storyline, because you never loved that Italian man. He tried to put that Italian sausage in your African bun and you wasn't having it. You want us to believe that this Italian man was just showering you in gifts and you didn't want none of that pink Italian sausage? And he wanted some of that Mother Africa in between. He wanted that Mother Africa honey bun. He wanted to see what that was like. He was just trying to have some rhythm, Nene. You was just supposed to let him taste. You was supposed to let him slurp you like a watermelon on a hot sunny day. Nene, I'm taking you back to when you was running from Pink Peen. Anyway, I done got off track. I say all that to say they're pretty much trying to phase her out, and what they're basically offering Nene, I can pretty much guess, is to be a friend of the show. So to not come around as much, the storylines will not center around her, but to pretty much use her to create tension with all the other girls, because for some reason, all the girls that come on the show have to start an issue with Nene in order to really be something themselves on the show. It ain't too many of them that can come on the show and stand on their own. They always have to come for, they always have to come for Nene's spot. And so I think that Nene's time is done on the show. Although she will always be a staple in the franchise, I really don't see nothing else that's interesting about your life. What else is Nene gonna show us? She's a rich bitch. We don't even see Nene no more. We don't see Lanithia. This is Lauren. We ain't seen Lanithia since 2012. I don't know who this ashy white lady is. So what is she gonna show us at this point? At this point, she's gotten very brand new, and I think it's time to move on. Now, what the network is trying to do is use her and phase her out at the same time because they don't want viewership to drastically drop for season 13. But this is what the network got to understand. You eventually will have to transition these old ladies out to bring young ladies in. We sick of all the old shit. How many times is Nene and Kenya going to get into it? How many times is Candy going to cry sounding like she got a frog down her throat? How many times is Mama Joyce going to shade tie? She shade tied every other day. He just sit there and take it. But Cynthia's boring as life. She's as stiff as her wall. I mean, what is Cynthia's storyline besides going back and forth between Nene and Kenya? Kenya cussing Cynthia out like a house nigga, and Cynthia shaking her ass on Mike on the counter. What storyline is there? I don't give a damn about her relationship with Mike. I don't give a damn about his relationship with his kids. That ain't for the show. Cynthia might as well pack her shit, go out there to LA with a man, get married and settle down. So, unless you're gonna bring Peter back, Peter was the unofficial housewife, Petunia. So I don't know what else left there is for her to talk about unless she incorporates her kids in a drama. That's it. But they're trying to phase her out, and they want to use her as a friend of the show so that the viewers can get used to her not being there instead of just seeing like a drastic drop in viewership because the queen beat and left. What y'all think? Do y'all agree with what I'm saying? Candy gonna straddle the fence. I'm just saying. Yeah, Candy and Cynthia boring. We can bring Petunia back. If Nene could be the old Nene, I'd be here for it. Yeah, but we're not gonna have that. The shit is done. So anyway, I'm gonna move right along and say good luck, Nene. Good luck on all your ventures. But if you really claim you're a rich bitch and you really claim you don't need that money, then go ahead and let go of that money. But I do have to tell y'all, because a lot of y'all was saying, well, why she want to keep taking that treatment every year, and why they want to constantly paint her as the villain? Well, to be honest, if somebody's paying you $3 million a season just to show your life, well, you'll start faking some shit too. Moving right along, we gotta talk about Tahiri and Vado. Now, Tahiri Jose, we know her from Lies and Hip Slop. We know her from being back and forth with Joe Budden. We know her from slapping hoes and throwing drinks in hoes' faces over Joe Budden, even though I don't understand why anybody would ever fight over Joe Budden. Pump it up, pump it up, pump it up. Like, I never saw what was there, but I guess they were in love or whatever. Honestly, at this point, she might as well go back to him. You know, it didn't work out with him and Sin Santana. Tahiri, it ain't worked out with nobody else she been with. And, you know, she's still childless and not married yet. You know, they might as well just be two broken pieces that come together and try to attempt to be whole at this point. Don't nobody want their ass at this point. Anyway. This ain't about that. This is about the fact that on Marriage Boot Camp tonight, a clip is going to be shown where Tahiri gets choked out by her boyfriend named Vado. And now when Vado and Tahiri came to the show, I already knew that this wasn't no real damn relationship that was actually going to work because Vado ain't got a job. Vado ain't got a sense of income. And whenever a man is not working and the woman has to carry the load, it's never going to work. Wait a minute. I think Tahiri got to a point in her life of desperation and loneliness, and she figured that she would lower her standards all the way to the dude that got to come live in her place. She tired of paying his cell phone bill. She tired of buying his sneakers. She tired. Don't no woman want to pay for no man. I don't give a damn what y'all saying in that live chat. If a woman pay a man's way, that man is her son, and that's your son that you screwing. Hey Jada, you know all about screwing your sons or your mentors, and so. What do y'all think? What do y'all think is gonna happen in these types of relationships? It's the same thing with Hazel E and the dirty trait that she picked up out the garbage and got a baby by her. She didn't want nothing but the light skinned nut. That's it. She's a light skinned semen lover just like Phaedra. That's why they understand each other and get along. You know, except well, I ain't gonna go there. You know, Hazel E, keep your money together, cause all that shit you talk about people will come back on you through your kids. Nah. This ain't about Hazel and her trade. This is about Tahiri and her man. And so on the show, I do want to preface this clip that I'm going to show you by saying that Tahiri is aggressive as well. They both are aggressive. They both are toxic. Tahiri has assaulted him by throwing an apple at him. But I by no means think that her throwing an apple at him warranted what he did to her. And if he would do this to her on camera and in front of people, just imagine what he would do behind closed doors. So I'm going to play it. It's really quick. And we'll be right back. Okay, did y'all catch that? I know I had to cut it off because, I don't want to show violence on here. All right, now, the rest of that clip is available on IG. You guys can go look at it. This was actually them in the conversation they were having with the group before the incident happened, before he jumped up and yoked her up and choked her up. What was disappointing to me in this clip is that in a room full of men, nobody stood up and did anything. Nobody moved. I don't know if they were just frozen. I don't know if they were scared. I mean, I don't want to say a bunch of grown-ass men are scared and don't know what to do when they see a woman get choked out. But why is it that we can watch a woman get choked out and nobody jumps up? I mean, the therapist jumped up, Dr. Ish. I ain't never heard no damn doctor called Dr. Ish, but Dr. Ish jumped up. Him and his shiny bald head and 1,000 bracelets he got all up and down his arm. You know his wife is dressing his ass. But Dr. Ish, that suit and that shirt was too damn tight. I don't know who's going to tell you, sir. You are not a medium anymore, Dr. Ish Major. You are not a medium. You are a healthy. You are a large. Probably extra large. I'm just letting you know. You could pull up them pants over that belly button all you want to. The shit still don't fit. Now, back to what I was saying. Are we that desensitized to seeing domestic violence that nobody jumps in, nobody says anything, nobody makes a peep? Are we that used to that? And see, I could tell Tahiri that was not the first time that you had been choked by him, you had been hit. I don't think this is the first time you've been abused in any relationship because you didn't even react as if this was something new and unexpected. You acted as if you were used to getting your ass beat. You acted just like a woman that just knows it's time to take it and then, it'll be over before I know it. You hope it'll be over because all it takes is that one time for him to just keep choking you with his hands around your throat and to not let go, and then you dead and gone. And don't say it can't never happen because it can. How y'all feel about that? They play fighting, that's wild. Now, I do have to say this. It was some people that felt like the fight was staged and that it was not real. I mean, it's reality TV. I don't put nothing past him. But what I think says a lot is that nobody wanted to intervene. Now, on the flip side of that, one of the reasons why a lot of men don't like to intervene when they see women get beat is because a lot of times they see the women going back to the abusive men. And so they feel like, I don't want to get in front of this. Now I got to fight your man just for you to be back with him in a day or two anyway. So that's how a lot of people feel. Unfortunately, it ain't right, because you can just see a girl getting her ass beat in the streets and people just film it and keep it moving. She said she used to be in a domestic violence relationship before. I don't agree with play fighting. Was it play fighting? It didn't look like play fighting. Domestic violence is nothing to joke with. I know it's nothing to joke with. I know it's not. Now, Tahiry fights back. She actually starts shit by throwing stuff. True. But I'm going to say this. As a man, you're never going to win in that scenario. A woman throws something at me. I choke her. I'm not going to win. Just walk away. I know that ain't right to say. I know everybody should keep their hands to themselves. And ladies, keep your hands to yourself, because these men ain't gentlemen no more. It used to be a certain time they wouldn't hit a woman. You wouldn't say certain things in front of a woman. You wouldn't do that. Them days are long gone. That was about 3 generations ago. The males that's being raised now, they don't have no respect for you like that. Let's just keep it real. Men today don't have respect for you like that. That gentleman era is few and far in between. If you got a gentleman, you better hold on to him, because that's slim pickings. These dudes don't give a damn about slapping you, spitting on you, punching you, kicking you, stomping you, dragging you by your edges. They don't care. There is no care. And in the black community, it's even worse, because we already have too much violence going on in our shit. Let's keep it real. Now, y'all can say what y'all want about other communities, but we some violent ass people. We some aggressive ass people. It's just the truth. Especially within ourselves. That inner self-hatred I don't know if it's been put in us by the oppressive society. I don't know. Wherever it came from, but I'm just letting you know. We have all this hatred within each other. That it is easy for us to go after one another, talk bad about one another, drag one another, fight one another before we do anybody else. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. You hear the stories every day. Men knocking out your teeth. Yep, that too. Some of these dudes cuss their own mama out. I mean, I don't do it, but I seen it in my family. I've seen it. And it looked like that to me. She sure was bracing her neck down. Facts, we all need therapy. Shit, we really do. They didn't have to fight him, but damn, no reaction. Right, nothing. Almost as if they were subconsciously saying she deserved it. I don't know. She actually took to her IG to say this right here. Which, really? Oh my God. By now, I know that most of you have seen the clip of tomorrow's episode of Marriage Boot Camp. Read my response below. And then she talks about it and says that this was not scripted. I would never do this for no amount of money. I mean, I believe he really choked her up. I believe it's a mixture of a lot of things. You know, she's not the most respectful person. She doesn't talk to him like a man because she does not view him like a man. But this is a warning to everybody. Women, if you got to disrespect a man to be with him, you don't need to be with him. Men, if you don't have your shit together, you don't need a woman. Can we just say that? Man, let's really talk, man, because y'all talk a lot of shit, but I feel like people don't be saying nothing. If a man don't have his own money, oh shit, I'm playing movie hips. If a man don't have his money together, why does he want a woman? Why does he think he's even worthy or ready for a woman? I don't wanna hear that shit about, you know, we can build together. He gotta bring something to the table to build. You can't build nothing without no foundation. What I'm bringing to the table? Dirt and spit, piss and shit. Like, I'm just saying. TK Kirkland say you need $25K in the bank before you can even talk to a woman. I agree. Why? Because here's the thing. Women, y'all always got problems. And y'all always got issues. And women don't like to spend their own money. And you don't want your woman to be going through some, you know, she say, damn, baby, I'm short on my car note. I don't know how I'm going to pay it. Baby, I don't know how you going to pay it too. I don't know. You know, she $500 short on her rent. She come to you like, shit, you know, I pray for you. You know what I'm saying? You can go donate some plasma. That's about $330. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I ain't got it. Damn, I need to get my, you know, I will Sprint $200. Shit, man, I still my Sprint shit in collections. I done made it down to T-Mobile by now. I'm about to get on here on this cricket. You don't want to hear that. And so that's another reason. That's another layer of stress in these relationships, that these women get so desperate that they get with men that don't have shit and expect these men to be. That man don't even feel like a man. He sure as hell is not going to be gentlemanly or manly to you at all. Come on. Yes, bring something to the table besides your thank you. That's all I'm saying. You must love yourself first and then know what you want in life. You ain't lied yet. That's all I'm saying. A lot of y'all ask me, why you ain't got nobody? What the hell I'm going to give her? What am I going to give her? Besides death and despair. Wait a minute. What I got in here? Do I got some change in here? I got some change. Hold up. Wait a minute. I got a quarter here. I got a nickel. We can rub that together. I don't really know what that's gonna do. I'm just saying. That's the true issue. And she really not feeling him like that. You're not attracted to him, Tahiry. That's not your type. Anyway, I'ma move. Philly Chica said it's like adopting one unwanted big man. I've said this: if I have to be ugly to you, I can't be with you. Thank you. Know your worth. I done fell out the bushes. Look. I say all this to say, I think Tahiry has fallen a long way. I think that Tahiry would have been way better off marrying Joe Budden. And I'm going to say, ladies, if you got a good man in your life, I ain't saying Joe Budden was a good man. He was a dirty dog, but Tahiry stayed with him through a lot of it. But if you done worked through a lot of issues with your man and he finally gets refined and he finally wants to marry you, marry that man. Don't be like Tahiry. Tahiry done let a lot of time pass her by. Tahiry done wasted a lot of time on no good niggas, and she has lowered her standards to a bump. Vado who rap, you ain't heard nothing from a Vado. They live in New York. I know they struggling. You can't be in New York and be broke. It don't go together. She's stressed out, getting choked out. I dare say the only good thing they got in their relationship is sex, and it don't even sound like he hitting it right, because she got too much mouth for a nigga that's hitting it right. Because a man that hit it right give a woman that shut up, that act right. Ladies, when your back is being cracked properly, you don't talk all that shit to your man. You don't. One look, you shut up. You open that mouth too much, a dick is in your mouth before you know it. Ladies, don't be a Tahiry. You got to do better than that. All right, moving right along from that. We're going to play a Mercer here and then we come back and talk about Jess Hilarious.
Asia, your skin looks amazing. What are you doing?
Thanks, girl. I discovered these life-changing products called SOS Creations. I've been using their toning up package and it has really made a big difference. And they have products for everyone. So if you have dark spots, stretch marks, acne, pimples, sun damage, psoriasis, eczema, or age spots, anything, they have products for you. So you should call them today.
I'm going to call right now.
Call 240-288-3414. That's 240-288-3414. Or visit SOScreation.com.
Okay, we back. Now I saw somebody in the chat say, who said, nah, Storm, you got that stimulus. Look, you better stop. You better stop. Okay, moving right along. We got to talk about Jessica Hilarious here, who has been dragged for actually making a skit out of, well, a skit is meant to be funny. This skit was not. Jess, I need you and B. Simone to come to the camera really quick. Come to the camera. I don't know what didn't happen with a lot of you IG stars. I don't know if these millions of followers and endorsements have gone to your head. I mean, you know, ain't no more jobs with Nick Cannon right now, so you're going to have to find you something else to do. But, or dear, as y'all singing Baltimore, dear, that damn accent gets me every time. Jessica, why did you think it was okay to make light of Meg Thee Stallion getting shot in her feet, both her foots? Why did you think it was okay to make a skit out of that? Why did you think that was cool? You should have known that wasn't gonna fly, Jess. I understand you are an alleged comedian. A lot of people say you ain't funny. A lot of people say you've managed to hold people's attention for 1 minute, but not 59 minutes, you know. Not 40, not 30, not 20 either. I haven't heard no good reviews from your stand-up at all. Who emailing me? Oh, Capital One. I ain't heard no good reviews from your shit at all. I'm just saying. You know, I think you good with a script. I think you good with 59 seconds and a filter. I just think you are. Other than that, I don't know. Just with the mess, and your mess is real. Jessica, you're already in hot water with the world. Your ass about to get blackballed too, Jessica. Don't think you Nick. You ain't Nick. You ain't got the money that Nick got. We seen that house. You 2 steps from a 9 to 5 too. You and B. Simone. Don't be impressed by that expensive ass condo B. Simone got in Atlanta. Shit. One wrong move, she gonna be at chilling circling with us too. So Jessica, you done said something about the gays. That's your job. You done said something about the trends. That's all that's in your job. Now you gonna say something about Meg. Jessica, you gotta move smarter than that. You the same one that got exposed by your sister for getting your ass and titties done. I don't think that was no big deal. But I'm just saying, you not moving right out here. Oh baby. Wasn't you the one that was with a married man that had a shitload of kids too? Golly. Wasn't you the one that was with the married man with the shitload of kids, and before that, you was with Chris who was cheating on you too? Jessica, your life is really, you gotta do better, baby. You gotta do better. So what I wanted to do is actually play the video here. And then I want y'all to tell me what y'all think. So let's hit the screen.
How she felt. Now, if you've never been shot before, you don't know her pain, okay? And I imagined that the sound that was produced when she felt the hot metal was of this. Ah, hey, ah, oh. Tory, if he did this on purpose, which we are justifying that he did not, it would have looked like this. Let me get that off. Let me get that toe. It doesn't happen like that. That's not the way it would go. Who does that? So it wouldn't have mattered. Wherever Tory was aiming, he wouldn't have hit the target, because that's how poorly he is with aim. So, at this point, our investigation is still open. Until then, keep scrolling.
All right. Let's get that screen down. There we go. Okay, and so let me ask y'all. Let me get Meg's picture up here too. Wait a minute, Meg. I found this file. Boy, I know how to find a throwback, don't I? That's a pretty picture though. All right, now I want y'all to tell me: did y'all find the skit funny? Not funny, bro. I know it's not funny, but why am I laughing? Not funny. Nobody found it funny, Jessica. Whack. Country Wayne was married while with Jess. Yes, he did have a wife and 50-11 children. Jess hilarious, not funny. Okay, well, Jessica, here's the problem, right? I think that, oh God, this is going to sound so mean. Jessica, come to the camera once again. In life, there are people that are naturally funny, and then people have to try to be funny. And this is how I want you to gauge your shit from now on. I want you to try to learn how to naturally be organically funny, right? Honey, you're still trying to be funny. You're still trying, which is not why it's not working, which is why you're getting dragged every other week. Baby, you got a long way to go. Damn, don't tell me you think you one of these legends. Don't you dare tell me you mention your name around Monique and Wanda Sykes and, some more, Adele Givens. Don't tell me you think you one of them. Maybe you need to go watch the real Queens of Comedy. I'm sorry, because Queens of Comedy was funny as hell. Maybe you need to go watch that and see how to put a joke and a punchline together, how to bring it home, how to really do it. You got to gauge your audience. See, a performer, Jessica, is always able to gauge their audience, Jessica. And had you gauged your audience, you would have known that it wasn't cool to actually make fun of a domestic violence situation when you, in fact, Well, you already know what it is. You already in hot water between the gays, the trans, and now the DV community. I don't see who else is gonna get your ass a job. Lil Rel's comedy shit over there failed. You know, we ain't heard from Lil Rel since he was giving bitches DNA tests in a Motel 6. You know, he said it was a nice hotel. I know that was a Motel 6. You know, that's where you send hoes. Motel 6, Red Roof Inn, Super 8. Ain't trying to offend you if that's where your man take you. But I'm just saying, if he take you there to screw you, you are a hoe, literally. Just saying, you know, nice. Red Roof keep their sheets clean at least. You can get you some coffee after you nut and come everywhere. Anyway, Jessica, I just feel like there's really no helping you at this point because even when you're wrong, you still don't want to admit that you're wrong. I see this video is still up on your YouTube channel with 10.8 thousand subscribers, Jessica. I don't get it. Why are we okay with... Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you, Opinionated, for the donation. Thank you, everybody, for the donation. That only Baltimore people. She needs to get a ghostwriter for her jokes. I mean, I saw somebody in the chat call you the female Kevin Hart, and I don't even agree with that. I think that's Tiffany Haddish. That's the female Kevin Hart, but not you. I really don't know what to say about it. You know, now, Meg, I do gotta say this, you know. I'm not gonna go there. Jessica, we got to do better, baby. We gotta do better. You got a little piece of a career left. What? Okay, let's go there. What y'all gonna do when IG goes away? What y'all gonna do if that app disappears? Is everybody gonna go over there to TikTok? Like, if you truly are gonna have a career in this industry, you gotta be funny on everything and be funny everywhere. I don't know about this one here. You know, Hollywood shut down, so all y'all been brought back down the size. So what are y'all gonna do, Jessica? Got to do better than that, Jessica. You got to. Her jokes are kind of corny, but I think people follow her because of her personality is real and down to earth. We're going to send her some moo grease. I can't believe Country Wayne hit that. After you have 9 kids, you hit anything. He just wants something that was tight at that point because you can't tell me you still tight after 9 kids. Who said that's an oxtail, not a ponytail? Jessica needs an OnlyFans. Well, let me say this. And then I'm going to move on to take comments. Let's just say there may or may not be a video of Jessica Hilarious putting those lips to use on the Pornhubs. And when I say she was nasty with it, she was nasty with it. I mean, I talked about it on my channel last year. You know, I think honestly she better at giving head than telling jokes. I'm just gonna keep it real. Like if she was to start on OnlyFans, all her financial troubles would go away. She wouldn't have to make a clown out of herself like this. Maybe for her script, maybe we gonna send her around there to Safari House and see what that mouth do. Cause she ain't gonna be booking no jobs no time soon. I mean, y'all ain't heard it from me, but I'm just letting y'all know. Say what now? It's still up. Y'all, it's still up. And when I say work, I mean work. Work, spit, but way better than Akbar. Better than Akbar. Both hands. She put more effort into that than she ever did into any of her jokes. Put it on OnlyFans and make money. But she did, though. Comedians joke about many mishaps. Maybe it was just too soon. Yeah, but Tracy, you have to be able to know your audience. And unfortunately, hey, shout out to Entanglement. Unfortunately, look, everybody's loving on Megan right now. It literally was not smart to make a joke out of that right now. Because everybody's loving on Megan. Comedy is not what it used to be. You can't be harsh and raw no more. If you're going to be harsh and raw, you got to be over here on YouTube like me. You can't be over there trying to get Viacom checks and then be harsh and raw. It just don't go together. Sorry. That's why Kevin Hart will never be funny again. I know y'all keep saying, when is Kevin Hart gonna be funny? Never, because he cashing $20 and $30 million checks. And so do you want to keep it real like Storm and get your ass in? So do you want to keep it PG and get $30 million checks? That's all I'm saying. Who was the dude? We don't know. It was Country Wayne though. I don't know. It looked kind of old though, so I don't think it was Country Wayne either. I'm glad everyone is loving on Megan. Me too. Jess is a real super hit. She really is. She had an entanglement with that knob. A good comedian knows about timing. Yes. Now I'm gonna say this. I say some things over here, and y'all be dragging me too, but. Except if you're Dave Chappelle, everybody's not a Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle has intelligence in his comedy, which is why he's able to go as far as he does. Let's see what else. Now, did y'all hear about Nicki Minaj and her hairstylist Tay, ex-hairstylist? Y'all know I'm giving him a script Saturday, right? By the way, the party Saturday, be there or be square. But y'all know I'm giving his ass a script. Why is it that these messy ass queens always doing everything but what they supposed to do? Go in there, get the bag, and go home. Ladies, y'all really like putting up with that kind of shit? Or if they couldn't do hair as good as they did, y'all wouldn't even talk to them. Keep it real. I didn't say gay men, I said queens. It's different. It's a different thing. It's always so much drama. Women, y'all always talk about how y'all don't get along with one another because of drama, but you want all that drama from a dude? I don't understand. I don't understand. Name your favorite Jess Hilarious joke. I can't. People are too sensitive nowadays. They are, but you have to be smart. Jess has talked about the gays. She's talked about trans people. She talked about, man, you can't do all that, man. You can't do all that. You can't go after everybody. What happened? What's the tea? So long story short, Tay was supposed to do Nicki's hair for a bit. God dang, this shit is dumb. Tay was supposed to do Nicki's hair for a video. He canceled on her 48 hours before. She didn't act, Nicki claims to not know why, but Tay says it's because he had a wisdom tooth to get done. Although I thought you did your dental stuff in advance. Anyway, he canceled on her and she found somebody else to do her hair. And now he's mad. As if you can only have one person do your hair. Let's talk about something really quick. Why is it that people feel like you can only work with them when it comes to something? You ain't the only person that's good at it. I can work with other people. Why do people act like that? They act like they own you when they do work for you or they work with you. When Jess went in on Wendy Williams and Meek Mills, Tay got in his feelings, but Nicki got her hair done by Tay enemy. Oh, God. This is so dumb. This is why you niggas don't get anywhere. Because you don't handle business. Always talking about the white man keeping you down. Are you keeping you down? This is business. Tay, you gonna ruin the connect with Nicki because somebody else did her hair? You sound like an idiot. You took it to social media, now you just ruined their relationship. Now it's done. Cause you and your why all these grown ass men got all these feelings? All these super emotional. Does nobody think? Does nobody use critical thinking? Does nobody know? Put the Twitter down. Every single one of your thoughts ain't gotta be known. We didn't ask for none of this situation. And Nicki's pregnant. She really don't give a damn about what you got to say. She got a whole baby. I'm loyal. My hair is priority. Jealousy. The stars don't want other stars to. It's childish. Everybody got room to shine. For all of us in the diaspora delegation, why would you come online with your hair like that? She's a grown woman. She know. Ooh, Lord, no comment on that. I can't find the Jess video. What is it? That's why they're queens. Jonathan just got a big bag. You can't tell people who to work with. And then here's another thing. All this Nicki Cardi stuff is dumb. You work with Nicki so you can't work with Cardi. You work with Cardi so you can't work with Nicki. Grow up. Thank you everybody for y'all donations and memberships. Grow up. These are overgrown ass people. Tay, you too big. You big as hell. Somebody that's that big I would think would be a little bit mature. Because you fit nothing small. Nothing about you is small. And too old and too grown. Girl said, where are your balls, Tay? Where are your balls? I don't understand. She should have been happy that she was able to get someone to do her hair. It's the estrogen men have now. The ladies have too much testosterone now. Yeah, I think literally things have just switched. It's like the women can have a conversation now and don't do all that crying, but the dudes be doing all that crying. The dudes be flipping over tables and screaming and hollering. Like the dudes walk around like male versions of their mammies. This is bad. Black women, I don't know what y'all gonna do. Y'all ain't got good pickings for men or even for Judies either. Even they don't stay in their place. You know what they there for, ladies. Carry your purse, do your nails, babysit your kids, lend you $500 when your nigga don't want to. We know what's up. We know the Judy's job is for you to call them all times of the night to complain about the same nigga that you never gonna leave. We know. And by that, the Judy gets protection from you and somebody to hang out with because they really can't relate to nobody else. I don't want to be keeping it all the way real like that. Both women and men are born with a percentage of estrogen or testosterone. I mean, look, stuff is imbalanced right now. They may cancel me for that comment, but I'm just telling the truth. I'm married, personal experience last month. Look, but Nicki's point is valid. If my hair needs to be done and you can't do it, I gotta go elsewhere. Exactly. What did you expect her to do? People really expect you not to go get to the bag because something came up. Look, get your toothpaste fixed. If you stop eating all that sugar and candy, maybe you wouldn't need all that dental work done up in your mouth. But get your toothpaste fixed. But I still got to get my hair done. And now by you coming online, getting in your feelings, saying you turned moo grease, hey DM, saying Tay said he turned down money for Nicki. Nicki never asked you to turn down no money. I can guarantee that. DJ Booth worked for Nicki and for Wendy. And DJ Booth, Booth, you messed up when you announced her pregnancy. Don't think we ain't forgot. And now that we know she actually pregnant, we know that whole DJ Booth, I don't forget shit. Remember when DJ Booth announced their pregnancy and said congratulations was the baby shower and my DJing? And now that we know that Nicki is actually pregnant, even though we already knew that Nicki was pregnant because them titties was on fat. You know, we know fat titties versus pregnancy titties. We know when fat is just you eating pound cake, ho-hos, Oreos, chips late at night. You know that late night eating. You know, you make love, you know, around 11 o'clock. You get through by 12:30. You know, when you tired and you like, damn, I want some chicken wings. Damn, I want some fries. Damn, I want grape soda. You know, we know the difference, so we already knew. So DJ Booth, when Wendy tried to put him in the middle of Wendy and Nicki, he walked away. Because he got to keep his job. Both his jobs to take care of his family. Why can't Tay play the same way? Thank y'all for the donations. Why can't Tay play the same way? Stay in your place. Let's get into another thing. You know, this shit really be pissing me off. Oh, Tasha's in the chat. Shout out to Tasha. You know what really be pissing me off is when people work with you but don't know they place with you. Everybody ain't your motherfucking friend and ain't meant to be your friend. You there to do a job. You there to lay hair, slay, laugh, kiki, twerk to whatever beat Nicki working on and go home. Go home. That's it. Why you think this girl got some allegiance to you? You ain't put a baby in her belly. Her nigga did. She got allegiance to him and the baby she pregnant with. Tasha, stop fibbing. We have Blue Magic here for a reason. I'm just saying. People come around you, you work with them, and they just don't understand their place, which is why business relationships typically don't work out. And I know that Nicki is professional. She's been professional since day one because Nicki's old school. She ain't trying to be chummy with the help. I ain't trying to be funny. You do her hair, you're the help. You get, hey, shout out to Mika, and you get paid very well. Take your shit and go home. Messy ass queens messing it up for everybody. Gonna make it harder for the next hairstylist to get in there. Y'all super chatting and going off on me. Why y'all? Wait a minute. Why y'all going off on Tasha? Now let me see. Why are y'all going off? She's supposed to not get her hair done. Hair kind of different. This story. Yes, I did speak on Tahiry. I did. I don't like her, but one time for Baltimore, Nick asked Tay to overnight her wig, but he said she might not like the wig, so he didn't do what she asked in the first place. You don't do what you paid to do, you're not gonna get the job. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. So, with that being said, guys, let me take any more of y'all comments here before we head out. Y'all ain't supposed to love me every day. Family fights. Look, y'all be mad at Tasha every other day. Y'all hate her today, love her tomorrow. Y'all look. Why y'all keep thinking y'all gonna love everything somebody do? You not. You know, when you a truth teller, you gonna piss some people off. Let's see. Jess low key look like Chris Tucker in that picture. No, not Chris Tucker. Not Chris Tucker. Y'all leave Jess alone. She can't help it. Tasha, are they dragging you what, because of that Tamar stuff? Is that what they've been trying to drag you about? Thank you, Tasha K. Thank you. Look, let me tell y'all something. Sometimes as creators, we get the story wrong sometimes. Sometimes our source don't tell it right. Like, stuff happens. Y'all be more mad at us than mad at the people that actually did what they did to the celebrity to make the situation happen in the first place. Just saying. Jess Morris said, I saw your live on relationships. Are you truly that high maintenance? You can, Tasha's in the chat. Ask her. Tasha, am I high maintenance or do I not have a lot of standards? Ask Tasha. She's the one that has tried to set me up a few times now. And it won't work, and it ain't never gonna work. I keep trying to tell you. He has entitlement issues. Jess had an entanglement. Yes, they've been dragging me all week. That's what they do. Tasha, you know they gotta talk about you. I like you, Storm, but Tasha always lying. What do Tasha be lying about? Actually, a lot of stuff has been proven to be true, and y'all don't give credit for that. I'm just saying. Jess needs to let Jonathan do her hair. Wait, now, what happened with Tay? You know what happened with Tamar. Those men should have intervened. Let's see. What else? My Facebook page is my name. Literally, put in my name in Facebook. I pop up. They mad over what she said about Meg. Oh. See, I didn't even hear what she said about Meg. Storm, drop TK a StreamYard link. We want the gossip. No, we not finna do that over here. I can't. I'm on OBS. I can't do it anyway, but we not finna do that over here. She said y'all not finna keep dragging her. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share if you care. And I will catch you guys later. Oh, don't forget, Housewarming Party this Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it would definitely be lit. Dress in your costume if you're coming on camera. Nah, I'll actually catch you guys later. This video has been sponsored by Bella BT. Now, ladies, do you want to bring the spa home to you? Are you ready to rejuvenate that V all while using natural herbs? This V steam is taking over feminine care from sea to shining sea, helping women with fibroids, fertility issues, stress relief, and more. And we can even get them cycles back on track. Use Bella BT, that is owned by licensed esthetician Brittany McDonald. All of her contact information is in the description box below. Hair her up now and use that Bella BT so you don't be walking around with the spoil rotten cookie. This product here keeps my skin smooth, smelling good, and of course it is made with all natural ingredients, so I don't have to worry about breaking out and my eczema acting up. What I'd like to do is to give me $1 for this. Rub it in the desired areas that you want to smell good. It is not cute to be ashy. Get you some Lotus Radiant. Are you struggling with hair growth issues? Are you ready to finally be able to actually put your hair in a real ponytail and not that little knob? Have you found that beauty supply products leave your hair dry, flat, useless, and dull? And are you ready for a change? And if you are, you need to try some Moo Moo Grease. This product was created for us, and nothing will change about your hair if you don't change your regimen. This product can be used in old people, young people, it doesn't matter. The products are 100% vegan, and all of the information for Moo Moo Grease is down in the description box below. This video has been sponsored by Bella BT. Now, ladies, do you want to bring the spa home to you? Are you ready to rejuvenate that